Good afternoon and welcome to News Hour. I am Mariatu Dukuri. Coming up, Political Parties Regulation Commission and International Institute for Democracy and Electoral Assistance unveils a Political Parties Dispute Resolution Guide. National Land Commission engages tribal head CSOs, MDAs on the Customary Land Rights and a National Land Commission Act of 2022. And a Deputy Minister of Social Welfare affirms the work of social workers in different communities. These stories and more line up in this edition of News Hour. We'll be right back after the short break. Welcome back, and we start the news bulletin with electoral management. In a bid to foster peaceful electoral process and enhance democratic governance, the Political Parties Regulation Commission (PPRC), in collaboration with the International Institute for Democracy and Electoral Assistance and European Union, has unveiled a groundbreaking initiative. The initiative, titled the Political Parties Dispute Resolution Guide, aims to equip political parties with the necessary tools to effectively manage and resolve intra-party conflicts. Jonathan Turner has more.
Initiatives of Sierra Leonean entities to work for the future of their own country.
The launch of this guide marks a significant step towards strengthening the infrastructure within political parties to identify, mitigate, transform, and resolve disputes. Intra-party conflicts have been a perennial challenge in the country's body politics, often posing a serious threat to national peace and cohesion. The objectives of the initiative are multifaceted, with a focus on strengthening intra-party dispute prevention and resolution mechanisms, as the guide aims to enhance the capabilities of political parties in preventing and resolving internal conflicts effectively.
This dispute resolution guide at the national level. Are conflicts really happening at the national level, or they're actually happening at the constituency level? Is this something you want to establish at the constituency level, or at the district level, such that you are able to identify and resolve disputes within political parties?
About dispute resolution amongst political parties, and to train our political parties as to how they will be able to resolve their own internal wranglings without us as a regulatory body having reason to come in.
The comprehensive guide on intra-party dispute resolution, developed with the support of International IDEA, underscores the commitment of PPRC to promoting peaceful electoral engagement and adherence to political party regulatory processes.
Scenarios, case studies, examples of how can we look at best practices that we can learn from other nations, such as Kenya, where I've lived for many years, and then in Nigeria and many other places. So it's a welcome idea.
To avoid marathon of cases at the High Court is also to bring sanity within the political parties and to uphold the rules and regulations within political parties.
It is expected that the implementation of this initiative will not only contribute to the mitigation of intra-party conflicts, but also pave the way for more inclusive and transparent political landscape. For SLBC News, Jonathan Turner reporting.
Moving on to land laws, the National Land Commission has engaged tribal heads, CSOs, and representatives from different MDAs on the Customary Land Rights Act and the National Land Commission Act of 2022. The twin legislations seek to sanitize issues on land administration across the country. Joseph Ture with more details.
Issues on land administration and acquisition, among other things, have resulted to too many conflicts that are associated to inadequate security of land tenure due to weak laws, lack of proper cadastral mapping and land information systems. The reason government has established the National Land Commission to ensure sanity on land issues. The new land laws would now see committees being established at national, district, chiefdom and village levels to man land administration. Under the new land laws, they would now establish a GIS-based biometric land title registration system, systematic survey and registration of land parcel in Freetown, and the mapping and registration of customary land rights in the provinces.
At the end of the day, we want to see that the population of the Sierra Leoneans got justified reasons of having land, and that their lands have been registered, and this lands registered being their own property. And the form of we are coming now from registering of conveyance to title deeds.
Apart from having clarity on identity land rights, ownership and decision making, eliminate discrimination, protect the environment and livelihoods, what other reforms do the new legislations speak to?
And part of the reform process is to improve surveying across the country by investing in infrastructure that will ensure that it will be really cheap and easy to survey, but it will be highly accurate. And so the government is going to embark on some pilots across 5 locations. So Freetown, Bo, Kenema, Bombali, Loko would be these areas that we would have these pilots in. And essentially what would happen is that there would be a complete resurvey of land across all of these different places. And we would, for the first time, begin to issue out title documentation for these lands.
Other positives of the new land laws include women having a 30% representation in any land committee. Every individual has the right to own a land anywhere in the country, despite his tribe, social or economic status, religion or place of birth, among others. Local authorities and others present were encouraged to familiarize themselves with the new laws and sensitize their communities on the reforms the new land laws seek to achieve. SLBC, Joseph Toure reporting.
Moving over to regional stories, the Deputy Minister of Social Welfare, Mohamed Haji Kella, has said that social work plays a significant role in addressing crucial social issues in communities, especially issues relating to women and children. He made the statement during a conference organized by the Sierra Leone Association of Social Workers of UNIMAC and EBK universities in Makeni. And from Makeni, Hassan Ofori Kamara reports.
The Deputy Minister of Social Welfare, elaborating on the social work systems in Sierra Leone, said the structures will lead to the progress for a solid transformative change in the social lives of citizens, mostly in the areas of child and women's protection. He said social work was not a new phenomenon in Sierra Leone, referencing historical evidences of the slave trade, the Nova Scotians, the Crown Colony, and the crucial roles of paramount chiefs.
So I want to believe and manage to really encourage them to start thinking and writing their own history, writing their own narrative about social work. We also went through what is child protection and what is child safeguarding, because I've always said this is where people have the mixed match. And most of our NGOs that come to this country, most of them don't even know the difference between the two. I've seen documents from most of the NGOs and other partners that are mixing the two. So I managed to clarify that with them and actually take them through a real social work practice in terms of doing some key, case studies and play and a role play.
He said those who wanted to pursue social work should pay premium on the legal aspect of abuse against children. The Regional Secretary Northeast Sierra Leone Association of Social Workers, Mariam Alice Kamara, said the association, in partnership with students from the EBK University and UNIMAC, have done several activities on not only the relevance of pursuing the cause and making it a career, but also raising awareness on social issues, especially child protection, citing child labor, neglect, rape, amongst others. Madam Kamara underscored the relevance of social work and its vital role in the development of communities.
Yes, because the social work profession is a very attractive profession, and over the years we've been marginalized. For me, I have a practical story when I was in the university, and people thought that because I did not have a correct WASC result, that's the reason I'm doing social work. And so many of them had stereotype that when you do social work, you end up in primary school classroom in the villages, and so social work is not for people. Believe that social work is not attractive. So when you go to the university, you have peer group influence, and they ask you to do law or other professions. So we are very much happy that we have a whole month dedicated to us as social workers, because the work that we are doing is very impactful. We are doing a lot of work to bring about change in the lives of vulnerable communities and individuals, and so our work is very important, and it's crucial that we celebrate our work and celebrate the profession of social work.
These are students from the universities.
And as this year's team said, transformative change, in order to see how best we can protect our children and their welfare system, it is very much important for us to pay more attention on our children, not just as social workers, everyone is involved, because at the end of the day, our children are our future leaders.
In previous time, we are thinking, or you have parents who can just say, is my child, I have the right to do anything. But like with the law, I think you have your responsibility to educate the child, then the welfare of the child, and many other things.
Hassan Fore Kamara, Makeni.
We now go for a break to take a quick message on Kush, and today we are having a message from Habib Kamara, who is an activist.
Habib T. Kamara, the Executive Director for Social Linkages for Youth Development and Child Link, the organization where they work with drug users right across Sierra Leone, preventing harm reduction on drugs. So this are to my brothers and sisters, them where they on this Kush presently. Kush not good. Kush a substance where a combined state of substance they where they mix for me a come up as Kush. And then chemicals they always involve they kill motor man them. Anybody will take Kush, the current Kush way that Sierra Leone and the manufacturer, you don't get 6 months for leave. So we they call upon with young ones there where they take Kush, but they left Kush. Again, to the community approach from what they do towards this Kush, when they go hold the users there, una beat them, una create them here, una they abuse their human right. That effort una they do, if una shift that effort to the supply route, it will be very good for this country. Sooner or later, if not the supply route, the houses they were in the manufacture this Kush here, or areas they were in Kush there, if I don't put this approach on, they put on the bobo on the gap in there where they take Kush, we will see that Kush don't reduce. We not see it from where this Kush fight don't come, the supply route. Una don't attack and they attack the users there. And we all know now communities they say, we know the houses there, we know the communities there, with the laboratories and they. More we attack the laboratories there, more we attack the people there with the car with them Kush there. So, I call upon all Sierra Leoneans, Kush issue ain't not good. We don't see the attraction of attendance of school from May Bobo there, it don't go up. But now, because of this Kush, we don't see and say it don't drop. If even government want to succeed on in 5 programs, because of this Kush, Field Sierra Leone not going to be successful. So we all want President Bio for a feat what he said. So government itself, not forget about talk show. Now we now go into action. How we will see that we don't minimize this Kush availability, accessibility, and affordability across the country. I tell you now all, thank you.
That was a message on Kush from Habib Kamara, who is an activist. Now we're going for more stories. The deadline for Hajj 2024 payment has been extended to Monday, 22nd of April. All intending pilgrims are to report to the Presidential Hajj Task Force Secretariat at Kintom to collect application forms, complete them and return with a passport which should be valid for at least 1 year before travel. They are also supposed to go through screening at the Secretariat and collect a slip for payment at the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, return the slip to the Hajj Secretariat for further instructions. All intending pilgrims are to make payments on or before Monday, 22nd of April 2024. And now still on Kush. During the town hall meeting on Kush, stakeholders brainstorming on ways to combat the Kush drug, as their ultimate goal was not to criminalize victims but to ensure that their future is protected. The United Nations Development Programme UNDP's country representative Frederick Ampere talks on their efforts to help in the fight against Kush.
Putting together this very, very important program. Two or three things I want to say. One, it is clear from all the conversation this afternoon that Kush is a national epidemic, and we have to respond to it as such, using all the structures and then going down to the communities to mobilize social mobilization to address it. Two, that the supply, we have to understand what we're dealing with. The composition of the drug, the manufacturing of it, the supply chain, and how to cut it. Three, from a development standpoint, what are the things that are driving our young people to take Kush? The livelihood issues, the issues of hopelessness, how do we build the future of these young people in a way that they will aspire and not go for something that will give them an illusion of happiness for a short term.
That was United Nations Development Programme's country representative Frederick Ampere on ways to help National Drug Law Enforcement Agency on the fight for Kush. Moving on to Iftar. A humanitarian and a non-profitable organization, Mercy Without Limit, has provided food support to Muslims for this Ramadan. The gesture, according to the coordinator, Mercy Without Limit, Fanta Fofana, was to fulfill one of the 5 pillars of Islam, and Aminata Fofana has more.
The beneficiaries were from Makeni, Bo, Kenema and other parts of the country, and each household received a bag of fries with some cooking ingredients. While receiving the items, the residents applauded the organization for this support, considering its timeliness in the holy observance, and urged them to assist in other areas. Coordinator of Mercy Without Limits Foundation, the organization has embarked on since their primary focus is working with communities to reduce poverty. She recalled that during Ramadan, many Muslims were constrained with food, considering that the prices of foodstuff increases daily. They therefore saw the need to provide them with the ingredients. Madam Fofana gave assurance that they have plans to sustain the support, as they feel privileged to provide this support to the recipients.
And now, Sierra Leone Maritime Administration with the Regional Maritime University has commenced a basic mandatory standard of training certification and watchkeeping course for seafarers in Sierra Leone. The move was to ensure maritime safety and professionalism in order to implement STCW training locally for the first time since 1975. Jonathan Turner has more.
The International Maritime Organization Standard of Training Certification and Watchkeeping Convention sets the international benchmark for training, certification, and watchkeeping standards for seafarers worldwide by offering the one-week training within the country's borders. Aspiring seafarers and maritime professionals will have easy access to quality education and certification, eliminating the need to seek training abroad. Sierra Leone Maritime Administration Executive Director Paul Soba Masako expresses passion for the initiative, emphasizing its potential to elevate the skills and competence of seafarers in Sierra Leone, noting that by bringing STCW training to the country, it will enhance safety at sea and create more opportunities for seafarers to excel in their areas.
It gives a lot of benefits. Apart from economic benefit, it gives a lot of other benefits. For me, one of the benefits is to ensure that we are able as a country and as a maritime to not only providing our mandates, but to also ensuring that we harness the potential of our countries.
The Regional Maritime University team lead and lecturer, Captain Joshua Ado, highlighted the importance of collaboration in advancing maritime education and training, noting that the efforts will contribute to building a skillful and competent workforce for the maritime sector, driving economic growth and development in the region. By equipping seafarers with internationally recognized certifications, Sierra Leone aims to enhance its reputation as a maritime hub and attract investment in maritime-related activities. As the program prepares for its official launch, stakeholders are optimistic about the positive impact it will help in the country's maritime industry and overall economic development. For SLBC News, Jonathan Turner reporting.
It's now time to join our sports desk for some sports updates.
Hello and welcome to the sporting updates that keeps you in the know. We start off with basketball in this edition. Now we dive into an exciting next level basketball championship at the Freetown Amusement Park, with teams from the Western area competing for an excellent prize in the competition. Here is the update. This next level basketball competition, which is dubbed as the Madness Series, is geared towards the development of basketball in the country. Chief Joseph Luceni II, the Public Relations Officer of the Western Area Basketball Association WABA, emphasized the significance of the series and the concerted efforts to foster the growth of basketball in the country.
At first, people were like, why Madness Series and everything? But we were trying to create some hype because it's been a while that basketball has been on a dormant phase for some time now, and the past executive did what it could do to push basketball, but people are not satisfied and everything. So we thought that we are coming with something that will change the face.
He further disclosed that the association is actively planning to organize a 3-on-3 basketball tournament to align that with international best practice. WABA aims to revolutionize basketball through an inclusive approach, among many other initiatives. In echoing the sentiments of basketball icon LeBron James, Luceni emphasized the importance of enjoying the game, stating that basketball is fun and players should enjoy what they do. Now, in another development, to flip our attention to an interesting football story that has to do with a father and a son officiating a Premier League match in Sierra Leone between Freetonian Slipher and that of Eastern Lions. We'll bring you up to speed. In a groundbreaking encounter at the SLFA Academy at Kintom, Freetonian Slipher clashed with Eastern Lions in a match that many people described to be an impressive showdown. The spotlight was on a remarkable father and son relationship in terms of officiating, both proudly representing Kono District. Mohamed Mami assumed the critical role of central referee, showcasing his impeccable skills and experience on the field, while his father, Usman Mami, an esteemed referee in his own right, provided unwavering support as the assistant referee. However, what truly distinguished this match was the unprecedented introduction of microphones into the officiating style. Spearheaded by the innovative Mami Dio, this technological advancement revolutionized communication and clarity on the field, establishing a new paradigm shift for professionalism and progress in football refereeing throughout Sierra Leone. And that's your sports. Thank you so much for watching, and see you very soon.
And now to end the news, the main points again. Political Parties Regulation Commission and International Institute for Democracy and Electoral Assistance have unveiled Political Parties Dispute Resolution Guide. The guide aimed to equip political parties with the necessary tools to effectively manage and resolve intra-party conflicts. National Land Commission has engaged tribal heads, CSOs and MDAs on the customary Land Rights and National Land Commission Acts 2022. The twin legislations seek to sanitize issues on land administration across the country. And a Deputy Minister of Social Welfare and at a conference organized by the Sierra Leone Association of Social Workers of UNIMAC and EBK universities in Makeni has said that social work plays a significant role in addressing social issues in communities. And that's the end of the news here from the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. I've been Maria to the Great. Thanks very much for watching. Please keep watching the SLBC if you can.